Swords and Brushes did a video on making some bases for Mines of Moria that look great. Check them out, I've linked to the video. What I wondered is if something similar could be done with crooked staff terrain textures. The first thing was the base itself. To make this, I stuck some 25mm miniature bases onto the stone texture from Crooked Staff's Cavern Features PDF with a glue stick. Once this had dried, I cut around the bases with an X-Acto knife knockoff. You could use any other texture you want here, such as the cave floor texture from the Cave Tiles PDF. For the pillars, Swords and Brushes used pencils, and after trying to think of something better, I decided that pencils were the best bet. However, you could use a straw, with paper perhaps being best as they are thicker, topping it off with a small piece of texture on cardboard, hole punched if it's the right size. Another option would be foam board cut into 5mm columns, which is then wrapped in the stone texture in the same way as the crystals were made in the Cavern Features video, which I've linked. First, I lightly sanded the pencil. As I'm not painting it, only gluing paper to it, I was just roughing it up to make the paper stick rather than stripping it back to bare wood. I cut the pencil to length and made sure the ends were smooth. It can also be cut at an angle too. I then cut some of the stone texture from the pillars PDF to the length of the piece, applied glue to the back of it using an ordinary glue stick, and wrapped the paper around the pencil. Once this had dried, I stuck a small piece of texture to one end for the vertical columns and to both ends for the others, although one at a time for ease of manufacture in the latter case. Once this had dried, I cut off the excess texture with the same craft knife. For the treasure piles, I used the treasure pile from the treasure video and PDF, only a much smaller version designed to fit on the base. To see how this is done, please look at the linked video. When this is going to be attached to the base and dried, I used some of the loose coins from the same video around the pile in the same way. For the book leaves, I used the pages from the books and the book scrolls and potions PDF and stuck them to thin cardboard to make them stronger, then cut them out into individual pages once dried. For the loose bricks, I'm using Wylock's favourite graphics medium chipboard, given I have scrap pieces of it. You could use any suitable cardboard here. I stick the bricks with a glue stick in the middle of a piece of the stone texture, big enough to completely cover it. Once this is dried, and on medium chipboard it dries quickly, I then cut off the corners and glue the flaps down. Where the flaps meet is the underside. With all the bits ready, I use tacky glue to stick them to the bases, choosing a selection for each base. As mentioned, I glue loose coins around and sometimes on the treasure pile as shown in the linked video. This page I've cut small nicks out of it using the craft knife to give it a damaged look. These are the finished bases. Do I think they're as good as the ones done by swords and brushes? No, but they aren't bad and they are a lot easier to make. Want to help support the channel? Then please like, comment, subscribe, share, join our Patreon, or buying through the Amazon or drive-thru links below helps support the channel at no cost to you.